What if I told you that sharing your goals is the fastest way to destroy them? Sounds crazy, right? But think about it. How many times have you excitedly told someone your plans, only to feel your motivation slowly fade away? Jordan Peterson teaches that silence is a weapon. The most powerful people in the world don't announce what they're going to do. They just do it. They don't seek validation. They don't wait for permission. They don't care if others approve. They move in silence. And by the time the world notices, it's already too late to stop them. Most people talk because they crave recognition. They want applause before they've even earned it. But here's the truth. Every time you talk about your goals, your brain rewards you as if you've already achieved them. It gives you a false sense of accomplishment, making you less likely to take real action. And worse, the moment you share your vision, people project their doubts onto you. They tell you it's impossible, that you're dreaming too big, and suddenly you start believing them. So here's the challenge. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Let your results do the talking. Because in a world full of noise, silence is power. Most people don't realize it, but the moment you start talking about your dreams, you put them at risk. It feels good to say, "I'm going to start a business," or "I'm working on something big." It makes you feel important, like you're already on your way. But that feeling is a trap. The more you talk, the less you do. Science backs this up. When you share your goals, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel good when you actually accomplish something. The problem? You haven't done anything yet. You've just talked about it. And that false sense of progress kills your drive. Then there's the outside world. The moment you open your mouth, you invite opinions. People will project their own fears onto you. That's too risky. What if it doesn't work? You should play it safe. Suddenly, their doubts become your doubts. Their fears become your fears. And before you know it, you're second-guessing yourself. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they spent their time announcing their every move? No. They worked in silence. They let their results speak for them. Imagine two people running a race. One is shouting, "Watch me, I'm going to win." The other, silent, focused, just running. Who do you think crosses the finish line first? The one who wastes energy talking? Or the one who keeps moving forward, step by step? Silence is your advantage. It keeps you focused. It keeps you free from negativity. It makes you unpredictable. When no one knows what you're working on, no one can interfere. No one can plant doubt in your mind. No one can stop you, because they don't even see you coming. Jordan Peterson emphasizes personal responsibility. He teaches that success isn't about making noise. It's about doing the work every single day without needing applause. And when you finally achieve what you set out to do, the world won't need you to tell them. They'll see it. They'll feel it. And by then, their opinions won't matter because you'll already be standing at the top. So the next time you feel the urge to talk about your goals, stop. Channel the energy into action instead. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. And then, when the time is right, let your success be the loudest thing in the room. There's something powerful about silence. It creates mystery. It builds anticipation. It makes people wonder. And the ones who move in silence, they hold all the power. Most people do the opposite. They announce every move before they make it. They say, "I'm going to start working out. I'm launching a business soon. Big things are coming." They love the attention, the validation, the little hit of dopamine that comes when people respond with, "Wow, that's amazing." But here's the harsh truth. Talking about it is easy. Doing it is hard. And the more you talk, the less energy you have left to execute. Jordan Peterson warns about the dangers of seeking external validation. The moment you start depending on the opinions of others, you give them control over your mind. If they approve, you feel motivated. If they doubt you, you hesitate. But why should their opinion matter? They're not living your life. They're not putting in the work. They don't see the vision you see. Have you ever noticed that the most successful people don't spend time explaining themselves? They don't announce every step. They don't waste time convincing people to believe in them. They don't need to. Because by the time anyone realizes what they've been working on, it's already done. It's already a success. And that's when the world pays attention. When you move in silence, you eliminate unnecessary pressure. You don't have to deal with expectations. You don't have to worry about proving anything to anyone. You just work. You focus. You build. Every day, step by step, without the need for applause. And by the time people finally notice, you've already won. Think about a lion hunting in the wild. Does it roar before it strikes? No. It moves quietly, strategically, without drawing attention. And then, when the moment is right, it pounces. That's how you should approach your goals. Work quietly. Stay disciplined. And when the time is right, strike with undeniable success. The greatest advantage you can have is being underestimated. Let people think you're doing nothing. Let them believe you're not making progress. And then, when you finally reveal what you've been working on, let the results speak so loudly that no explanation is needed. So ask yourself, do you want to impress people with words? Or do you want to shock them with results? Because the ones who truly make it in life don't waste time talking. They don't seek validation. They just work. They just win. And when they finally show up, the world has no choice but to pay attention. Starting today, make a decision. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Stop looking for approval. Put your head down and work. Because when success finally speaks for you, it will be louder than anything you could ever say. Silence isn't just the absence of words. It's a strategy. A weapon. A force that separates those who achieve from those who just dream. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful. True power moves without announcing itself. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't need recognition. It just acts. Most people waste their energy seeking validation. They post about their plans. They talk about their next big move. They look around, waiting for applause before they've even done anything. But here's the problem. When you tell people what you're going to do, you open the door for doubt, criticism, and distraction. And whether you realize it or not, those words get inside your head. They plant seeds of hesitation. They make you second-guess yourself. Jordan Peterson speaks about the power of focus. He teaches that if you want to achieve something, you need to direct your full energy toward it. That means eliminating unnecessary noise. That means cutting out anything that weakens your resolve. And one of the biggest distractions? Talking about your goals before you've achieved them. Why? Because every time you say, "I'm going to do this," your brain rewards you as if you already did. That little rush of satisfaction makes you feel accomplished, even though nothing has actually changed. And before you know it, you lose the urgency to take real action. The energy fades. The fire burns out before it even has a chance to spread. But when you stay silent, when you keep your vision locked inside, something different happens. The pressure disappears. There's no one to impress, no one to prove anything to. Just you and the work. And that's when things start to move. That's when you enter the zone, the state where nothing else matters except execution. The most successful people in the world understand this. They don't tell the world what they're about to do. They just do it. By the time anyone notices, it's already done. That's real power. That's how you command respect. Through undeniable results, not empty promises. Think of it this way. Imagine you're building a house. You could spend hours talking about your blueprint, explaining every detail, convincing people that it's going to be incredible. Or you could just start building, brick by brick, day by day, until one day you step back and the house is standing there, solid, unshakable. And when people finally see it, they won't ask for explanations. They'll just admire what you built. That's how you should approach your goals. Not with noise, not with announcements, but with relentless, silent action. Let people wonder what you're up to. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate you. Because the moment they realize what you've been working on, it'll already be too late for their opinions to matter. People respect results, not intentions. They listen to success, not to words. So instead of talking about what you're going to do, commit to actually doing it. Wake up every day with a mission. Work like no one is watching. Because in the end, when your success speaks for itself, you won't need to say a single word. The world is addicted to noise. Everywhere you look, people are talking, announcing their goals, sharing their dreams, waiting for approval. But here's the truth. The more you talk, the weaker you become. Real power doesn't make announcements. It moves in silence. It builds without permission. It grows without validation. Look at the people who achieve extraordinary things. They aren't the ones constantly telling you what they're about to do. They aren't looking for applause before they even take the first step. They're too busy working, too focused on execution. And by the time anyone realizes what they've been up to, the success is undeniable. Jordan Peterson often speaks about the importance of responsibility, of taking full control of your life, and not outsourcing your confidence to the opinions of others. Because the moment you start talking about your goals, you give people a chance to influence you. Their doubts, their fears, their limiting beliefs, they throw it all at you. And if you're not careful, those words will dig into your mind like poison. Suddenly, you start questioning yourself. You lose momentum. You hesitate. And hesitation kills dreams faster than failure ever could. Think about a fire before it fully ignites. At first, it's just a spark, something small, fragile, easy to extinguish. But once it catches, once it grows, nothing can stop it. Your goals are the same. In the beginning, they're vulnerable. They need protection. They need to be fed with action, not words. But most people expose their fire too soon. They let the cold wind of doubt and negativity blow it out before it even has a chance to burn. The solution? Keep your fire to yourself. Let it grow in silence. Let it build until it becomes so strong that nothing can put it out. Stop telling people what you're going to do. Stop looking for reassurance. Stop expecting anyone to understand your vision before it's real. They won't. And that's okay. Because your job isn't to convince them. Your job is to prove it with results. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. At first, all you see is a block of stone. If they stop midway and ask for opinions, people might say, "It doesn't look like much." But the sculptor doesn't care. They keep chiseling, shaping, refining, until one day that rough block becomes something extraordinary. And when people finally see the finished piece, they understand. No words needed. That's how you need to treat your goals. Build in the dark. Stay disciplined. Keep moving forward, even when no one is watching. Especially when no one is watching. Because the moment you reveal your work, you want it to be undeniable. You want it to be so solid, so impressive, that there's nothing left to say. Talking feels good in the moment, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Action does. So let others talk. Let them seek attention. Let them chase approval. You stay silent. Stay focused. Keep working. Because when success finally speaks for you, it will be louder than any words ever could. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they're not smart enough, strong enough, or capable enough. They fail because they talk too much. They waste their energy explaining instead of executing. They tell the world what they're going to do instead of just doing it. And in the process, they kill their own momentum. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'm going to start a business. I'm about to hit the gym. Big things are coming soon." And then, nothing. No action. No progress. Just words. Empty, meaningless words that trick the mind into feeling accomplished when, in reality, nothing has changed. Jordan Peterson talks about the power of discipline. He teaches that real success comes from small, consistent actions. Actions that don't need to be announced, just executed. Because when you seek recognition before you've even achieved anything, you weaken yourself. You drain the energy that should be fueling your work. Why do people talk so much about their plans? Because it feels good? It gives them an illusion of progress. The applause, the validation, the little dopamine rush. It makes them feel like they've already won. But here's the harsh truth. Winning happens in silence. The real work? It's done in the dark. It's the hours spent grinding when no one is watching. It's the sacrifices made with no one to clap for you. It's the relentless pursuit of something greater, even when no one believes in you. And that's why silence is your greatest weapon. It protects your focus. It keeps you from seeking approval. It lets you build without interference. When no one knows what you're working on, no one can sabotage it. No one can throw doubt at you. No one can distract you with their negativity. Imagine planting a seed. If you dig it up every day to show people, to prove that it's growing, what happens? It never takes root. It never becomes anything. But if you plant it, nurture it, and let time do its work, one day, it breaks through the soil. Strong. Unstoppable. That's how you need to treat your goals. Protect them. Nurture them. Let them grow in silence. By the time the world sees what you've built, it'll be too late for their doubts to matter. They won't have the chance to stop you. They won't be able to question your potential, because the proof will already be there. Solid. Unshakable. Most people never reach that point because they're too busy talking. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want people to believe in them before they even believe in themselves. But the ones who truly succeed, they don't care about any of that. They put their heads down and work. They let their success do all the talking. So ask yourself, are you going to be the person who talks about what they're going to do? Or are you going to be the person who actually does it? Because in the end, words fade. Promises are forgotten. But the greatest moves in history weren't announced. The most legendary successes weren't predicted. They happened in silence, behind closed doors, away from the noise of the world. Because the ones who truly make it, they don't waste time talking. They don't need validation. They don't ask for permission. They just do. Look around. Everyone is in a rush to prove something, to show off, to be noticed. They post about their plans before they even take the first step. They announce their dreams like that alone will make them real. But dreams don't come true because you talk about them. They come true because you work on them. In silence. Without an audience. Without applause. Jordan Peterson teaches that success is built on discipline, sacrifice, and resilience. Not words. Not promises. Not empty declarations. And the moment you start talking too much about your goals, you set yourself up for failure. Because every time you say, "I'm going to do this," your brain rewards you as if you already have. It gives you a false sense of progress, a fake feeling of accomplishment that makes you less likely to take action. Think about a marathon runner. If they waste energy waving to the crowd, showing off before they've even crossed the finish line, what happens? They slow down. They lose focus. And before they know it, they've fallen behind. But the ones who win, they don't look around. They don't waste a second explaining what they're about to do. They just run. And that's exactly how you need to approach your goals. Stop announcing your plans. Stop looking for validation. Stop expecting people to believe in you before you've done anything. Because here's the truth. No one is going to believe in you until they see results. And that's a good thing. That's an advantage. Because when people underestimate you, they don't see you coming. They don't try to stop you. They don't get in your way. And by the time they realize what's happening, you've already won. Silence makes you unpredictable. It makes you powerful. It allows you to work without interference. While others are busy trying to impress the world, you're making real moves. You're putting in the hours. You're building something unstoppable. And when the time is right, when your success is undeniable, you won't have to say a word. The world will see it. They'll feel it. Imagine a storm forming over the ocean. It doesn't make noise as it gathers strength. It doesn't announce its arrival. It builds. It grows. Quietly. Until one day, it's so powerful that nothing can stand in its way. That's how you should be. Let your silence be the calm before the storm. Let your success be the force that no one saw coming. So starting today, make a choice. Stay quiet. Stay focused. Keep working. Because when you finally reveal what you've been building, the world won't just listen. It won't just watch. It will never forget. People are quick to talk about their dreams, their goals, their ambitions. They love to share what they're going to do, what's next on the horizon, what their big plan is. But the truth is, the moment you start talking about what you're going to do, you give others a chance to doubt you, to criticize you, to pull you off track. You give them the opportunity to plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind. And before you know it, that doubt grows, spreads, and starts to slow you down. Silence is your protection. It's your secret weapon. When you keep your goals to yourself and put your energy into action, you remain focused. You stay clear of the distractions, the negativity, and the opinions of others. People won't know what you're working on, and that's the way you want it. Because while they're busy talking, you're quietly building. You're quietly achieving. You're silently outpacing them. Think about it. The loudest person in the room is often the least secure. They talk to fill a void, to get attention, to validate themselves. But real confidence comes from results, not words. It comes from the work you put in when no one is watching. The consistent effort, the grind, the sacrifices, the late nights, the early mornings, the moments of doubt that you push through without seeking applause. Jordan Peterson talks about the importance of developing yourself, becoming the best version of who you can be. And the key to that is self-discipline and consistency. Things that happen behind the scenes, away from the spotlight. You can't build greatness on words alone. Words don't create success. Actions do. And when you take that action in silence, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. You protect your momentum. You avoid the need for validation. You're not distracted by opinions. The moment you reveal what you've been working on, It's already a finished product. It's already undeniable. And that's when people will take notice. In the world of business, the most successful companies didn't announce their plans before they launched. The biggest innovations didn't come with a loud proclamation. They were developed in the quiet, the unnoticed, the behind the scenes. And when they were finally ready, when they were fully formed and undeniable, the world took notice. By that time, it was too late to stop them. Your goals are the same. Build in silence. Work relentlessly. Stay focused on the process, not the outcome. Because when you finally reveal your results, they will speak for themselves. You won't need to explain. You won't need to convince anyone. The proof will be there, undeniable and powerful. Don't let the world distract you with its noise. Don't let people's doubts creep into your mind. Don't let anyone make you second guess what you're capable of. The only person who needs to believe in your vision is you. And the best way to prove it is through action. So stop talking. Stop telling everyone what you're going to do. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate you. And when you finally reveal your success, when they see what you've been working on, their opinions won't matter. Because you'll be standing at the top. And your results will say everything that words never could. There's a dangerous trap that most people fall into. The need to be heard. The need to be seen. The desire to share every little detail of their plans, their dreams, their next big move. But the truth is, the more you talk, the more you dilute your power. Words are cheap. Actions are priceless. And the ones who achieve the most aren't the ones shouting about it. They're the ones quietly putting in the work. Think about it. The moment you start talking about what you're going to do, you open the door for doubt, for opinions, for criticism. You're inviting others to get in your head. And whether you admit it or not, their words can start to take root. They can make you question your own vision. They can slow you down, even stop you in your tracks. That's why silence is so powerful. When you keep your goals to yourself, you protect your energy, your focus, and your momentum. Jordan Peterson teaches that the most successful people don't rely on the approval of others. They don't seek praise before they've earned it. They don't care about applause before the work is done. They keep their heads down, focused on the task at hand. They don't need to tell anyone what they're about to do, because their actions speak louder than any words ever could. Here's the key. Success is built on execution, not explanation. It's built on doing the work, day in and day out, without needing anyone to cheer you on. It's about showing up when no one is watching, pushing yourself when no one believes in you, and staying consistent when others give up. It's about building something so solid, so undeniable, that when it's finally revealed, there's no question of your ability. The world doesn't need to know what you're going to do. They'll see what you've done, and that will be enough. There's a reason why the most powerful figures in history, the ones who left a lasting impact, were often the quiet ones. Think of the great inventors, the successful entrepreneurs, the world-changing leaders. They weren't running around announcing their plans, begging for attention. They were working, learning, building, creating. They moved in silence, knowing that their results would speak for themselves. And when the time came, when their work was finally unveiled, it was impossible to ignore. You can't expect success to follow if you're too busy explaining it. You can't build something great if you're more focused on telling people what you're doing than actually doing it. So, ask yourself, do you want to be the person who constantly talks about their dreams? Or do you want to be the person who quietly brings them to life? The ones who truly make it don't need to announce their plans. They don't waste time explaining what they're doing or why they're doing it. They simply do the work, day after day, until one day, they look up and realize they've already won. Think about it. When a great musician plays their music, they don't need to explain every note, every rhythm. The audience feels it. They hear it. They understand the work that went into it without a single word being spoken. The same goes for your dreams. When you take action and let your work speak for itself, you don't need to explain the process to anyone. The results will show what you're made of. And here's the thing, the longer you wait to announce your goals, the more your results will make an impact. Imagine you've been working on a project for months, quietly honing your skills, perfecting your craft. Then, when you finally reveal it, it's not just good, it's extraordinary. People will be amazed at how far you've come, and their reactions will only fuel your momentum. But if you constantly talk about what you're going to do, the excitement fades. It loses its power. You've already given the world a glimpse of your vision, and now it's harder to impress them. This is why silence is golden. It creates anticipation. It builds suspense. It lets you keep your focus and energy without being distracted by outside influences. And when the time comes, when your hard work is finally ready to be seen, the impact is even greater because no one saw it coming. So from now on, stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop seeking validation before you've even taken the first step. Let your actions be the proof. Let your results do the talking. The ones who really achieve greatness are the ones who stay quiet, stay focused, and keep working. They understand that success doesn't need to be explained. It speaks for itself. And when it does, everyone will take notice. Success isn't something you announce before you achieve it. It's something you let unfold quietly, relentlessly, behind the scenes. Every time you talk about what you will do, you risk losing focus and energy to empty validation. People might cheer you on or question you, but none of that matters until the results speak for themselves. The quiet achievers, the ones who get things done, don't waste time seeking approval or making promises. They work, they focus, they build, and when they finally reveal their success, it's undeniable. It's real. It's earned. You don't need to tell anyone what you're doing. You don't need to explain your path. Just stay in motion, stay disciplined, and let your work reveal who you are. The more you work, the louder your results will become. The less you talk, the more power you gain. The silence you cultivate will lead to a roar of achievement that no words ever could. The world doesn't need to hear your plans. It just needs to see your results. Keep moving in silence, and success will make all the noise for you. If you're ready to start making moves in silence and achieving greatness, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications. Let's keep this journey going together. Drop a comment below. What's your first step toward building in silence? Let's inspire each other.